Good morning. It's Monday, the 20th of April, a beautiful Monday morning as we begin what I would call our working week. But of course, for most of us, it isn't a working week. Although yesterday I had a long conversation, Lynn and I had a long conversation with a friend who is working in the National Health Service. And it helped us to have some insight into the incredible courage and determination that our National Health Service workers are showing day by day, working in difficult, dangerous and very stressful situations in a district hospital and dealing day to day with people with symptoms of COVID-19. It reminded us again of our need to support them in prayer and in taking the right actions to limit this disease. It also reminded us of the need there is for everyone to make sure that they have everything they need to work in their situations safely. And we should all redouble our prayers, and those of us with the ability, our efforts to make sure that is the case. We pray for them and we give thanks for all that they do. Our gospel reading this morning is a beautiful encounter, a marvelous encounter between Jesus and Nicodemus, recorded in John chapter 3. And in this encounter, Jesus says to Nicodemus, everyone needs to be born from above. And Nicodemus says, how can you be born? How can you go back into the womb? How can you be born from above? And Jesus makes the point that we need to be open to the Spirit of God. We need to be open to the presence of God in our lives. And this is a challenge that Jesus repeats over and over again to everyone. Are you content to be where you are, or are you open to let the Spirit of God rush through you, flow through you, seep through you, and change your lives and give them a new dimension? It's a question that we have to ask every day. Do we live in one way, or do we live in another way? Are we open to love, or are we not prepared to be open? Julian, in her writings, in her showings, talks again and again about this openness and closeness to God. This little passage is called Drawn to Him in Love. If we do what we can and ask in truth for mercy and grace, then all we lack we shall find in Him. I am sure that no one can ask for mercy and grace with his whole heart unless mercy and grace have already been given to him. Prayer is the proper understanding of the fullness of joy that is to be, an understanding which comes from deep desire and sure trust. We follow Him and He draws us to Himself by love. For I saw and understood that His great overflowing goodness fulfills all our gifts. Prayer makes the soul one with God. We are able to ask because we have already received, because we are already conscious of the love we have received. It seems to me that being born from above, letting the Spirit flow through us and fill us, is about saying yes to the love of God revealed in the death and resurrection of Jesus, and saying yes to the love of God filling our lives today and always. In this difficult time, let us continue to open our lives to God's love, and let us continue to seek to share that love wherever we are. God bless us all.